Welcome to AML Wrestling Live. Coming up next, two huge matches you won't see anywhere else. North Carolina, get ready. In our main event, you're going to witness Cedric Alexander taking on the original player from the Himalaya, Sonjay Dutt, in what could be match of the year. But first, to open the show, two newcomers to AML Wrestling Live. It's El Blanco Gordito and Timmy Lou Written. Let's get you to Blake Chadwick at ringside. He's standing by, calling the action.
It is the opening contest this week on AML Wrestling Live. I'm Blake Chadwick, once again calling all the action, and a pair of newcomers here, as on the left in the red tights, you see Timmy Lou Written making his AML debut, and on the other side, that figure is known as El Blanco Gordito, coming to us from south of the border. Not a whole lot is known about this big man, except he seemingly is very popular here in the AML arena. Irish whip into the buckle. Retton's going to follow him in. Nice athleticism there by El Blanco Gordito. We talked about that at the top, that deceptive athleticism. Now breaking down into the calisthenics. Sends him for a ride. Off the ropes goes Retton, and he walks right into a shoulder tackle. The power of El Blanco Gordito on display right here, showing off that size differential with him and Timmy Lou Written. Ducks underneath the leapfrog, goes for the hip toss, does Retton, and Gordito's gonna block it into an arm drag. One more time. And El Blanco Gordito here starting to build some momentum. Irish whip, reversal there by Retton. Off the ropes, and a Mexican arm drag by the Jovial Luchador. And El Blanco Gordito starting to whip this crowd into a frenzy here, as the fans at the AML arena getting behind him, but Timmy Lou Written sees an opening, and he's going to send him to the outside, but Gordito's going to remain on the apron. And Retton's taken out with a clothesline. Timmy Lou Written, I believe, thought he sent Gordito to the floor. And here comes El Blanco Gordito putting himself in position here. Possibly going to take a page out of Eddie Guerrero's playbook. And it's going to be the slow motion quebrada from the outside in. El Blanco Gordito, an impressive showing thus far in his AML debut. Timmy Lou Written looking to make an equal-sized impact. Grabs him, thought he was going for the side Russian leg sweep, and instead just takes him face first with that front Russian leg sweep and takes him right to the mat. As Timmy Lou Written might have found an opening, as he's got his cheerleader on the outside of the ring, and now he's just laying waste into El Blanco Gordito. Timmy Lou Written, of course, coming from the Carolinas. Gordito coming from south of the border. Now the headbutts by Gordito, trying to get him back in this one, and then knee right to the midsection of Timmy, from Timmy Lou Written right to El Blanco Gordito. And Retton now, he's too worried about discussing matters with James Hunter. And on the outside, it looks like the cheerleader is going to give Retton a little bit of an assist. And you got to wonder, could this be enough? Rolls him over, 1, 2. Does not hook the leg, and only a near fall for Timmy Lou Written. As he goes back on the attack, we want to remind you fans, coming up August 30th, Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m., right back here in Johnny and June's for another television taping of AML Wrestling Live. Retton 1, 2, and a near fall. But that's not all we have for you that weekend, folks. An action-packed, double-shot weekend. Check out AMLWrestling.com, AML on Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel for the latest information regarding our event on Saturday, August 29th, a special house show presented by America's Most Liked Wrestling. There's a roll-up here. Gordito, 1, 2. And El Blanco Gordito nearly shocks him. And he's going to roll him over into the pinning combination, 1. And only a 1 count. So Saturday, August 29th, and then Sunday, August 30th, right back here in the victory roll, 2. As El Blanco Gordito would love to be back at America's Most Liked Wrestling, as he nearly secured the win there over Timmy Lou Written, which would almost guarantee him that. And Retton keeps Gordito in position. as it looks like the cheerleader there is going to hand him that ribbon. I guess we're going to have some rhythm dancing here off the ropes. And a little double stomp into a standing moonsault. 1, 2, and a near fall. As I almost want to call that the people's dance. But I don't know if the people here at Johnny and June's really approve of the way Timmy Lou Retton is mustering up the offense here against El Blanco Gordito. Gordito on the comeback trail here. Timmy Lou Retton popping him with some forearm shivers. These two going back and forth right in the center of the ring. They understand the winner of this has an inside track and an AML contract. El Blanco Gordito starting to fire up here. A little flip-flop and fly from south of the border. And another elbow right to the temple of Timmy Lou Retton. Goes for the clothesline. He ducks underneath, but the flying forearm's going to take out Retton. 1, 2, and a 2.5. As El Blanco Gordito once again getting the crowd here at Johnny and June's firmly behind him in his AML debut. As Gordito, he's motioning to the crowd. They feel it coming. Here comes El Blanco Gordito. And at maybe 1/3 of the pace, here comes a little 619. The boot right to the face as El Blanco Gordito whipping this crowd into a frenzy yet again. This place has gone bananas. Timmy Lou Retton is down. El Blanco Gordito going to high-risk territory. This could be a mistake by the big man. We do know he has some deceptive athleticism. I don't know if he can fly, though. Having some difficulty perching himself up on that top rope. He goes all the way down to the bottom rope. And now Gordito, oh no, the cheerleader there up on the ring apron. El Blanco Gordito is distracted. And Gordito here, trying to figure out, should he go after this cheerleader or should he go back on the attack of Timmy Lou Retton? And she's gonna give him a big kiss right on the mouth. And Retton there with a standing side kick. He's gonna try to find an opening. There's the roundoff, goes for the handspring elbow. He can't get it. Gordito's gonna charge in. Retton putting himself in position. There's the tornado DDT. That could do it. If Timmy Lou Retton makes the cover, he could pull off the win. 1, 2, and 2.5. As the crowd here at Johnny and June's are in full support of El Blanco Gordito. Retton trying to measure him up now. Gordito back to a vertical base. Retton charges in. Looks like he might have been going for a reverse neck breaker. Gordito picks him up there. He's got him in position. And a gory bomb. Straight out of the page of Gory Guerrero's playbook. Rolls him over. 1, 2, 3. And El Blanco Gordito in his AML debut, taking a few pages out of the legendary Guerrero family playbook, is going to pick up a win in his AML debut.
Want to see AML Wrestling live for free? It's easy. Join the AML Wrestling Street Team today. All you got to do is go to amlwrestling.com and apply right here. Got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Your posts can earn you free tickets and merch. Are you good at hanging flyers? We'll get you set up in no time. So join the AML Wrestling Street Team today, only at amlwrestling.com.
Well, you made a surprise appearance at AML last time. It's Cedric Alexander. I want to bring him in right here. Last time, you challenged Caprice Coleman, your former partner, your friend from Ring of Honor. Like, tell us why you came here to AML to do that.
One reason only, to prove to the world that I'm the best pound-for-pound wrestler in the Southeast. And what better way to do that than to challenge the newly crowned champion? Coincidentally, he's my best friend, my mentor, my big brother, but that's okay. At the end of the day, I want to know who's the best.
Tonight you have Sonjay Dutt. Before you get to Caprice Coleman, you have to get through him. What's going to happen with this match with Sanjay?
What's going to happen is I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I've always said I was going to do, be the best. I'm going to show Caprice that I'm not that young kid anymore, that I'm not his young boy. I'm going to show Caprice that Cedric Alexander is a real man, and he's here to win gold.
Sanjay, welcome back to AML. And last time, Cedric Alexander made a surprise appearance here, and he
what did you do?
said that he wanted a shot against the new AML champion, Caprice Coleman.
He called my name?
He didn't call your name, but
My name is my name. Cedric Alexander. What I'm gonna do in just about 2 seconds, I'm gonna rip off this snapback. I'm gonna take this off. And then he gonna drop the mic, because the clown don't know how to do his job. Then I'm gonna step out there, Cedric, and I'm gonna shut you up. I'm gonna shut your mouth up. You ain't gonna go out there and talk, screaming my name, screaming anybody's name. I'm gonna shut you up right now, and I'm gonna show you why I am the greatest junior heavyweight to ever step into a pro wrestling ring. And that's why I am the original player from the Himalaya. Bam!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to AML Wrestling Live. I'm Blake Chadwick, and it is main event time this week. As you see in the near left corner, the original player from the Himalaya, Sonjay Dutt, returning to AML, taking on Cedric Alexander, who is making his America's Most Liked Wrestling debut. We saw Cedric Alexander's first appearance immediately following our fatal four-way match to crown the first ever AML heavyweight champion when his former tag team partner, Caprice Coleman, won that title. He came out to congratulate him, and then just minutes after congratulating him, decided to challenge Caprice. We did see that handshake at the beginning, so Cedric Alexander obeying that code of honor that he follows in Ring of Honor. Chain wrestling to begin here, full arm drag and twist applied by Sonjay Dutt into that top wrist lock.
Break it, Cedric!
And Sanjay there with that drop to hold, and again the hammerlock reversal into the front chancery by Cedric Alexander. Alexander at 5'11", 209, Dutt at 5'8", 185. So certainly a little power and size advantage. Siding with Cedric Alexander, Dutt off the ropes. Leapfrog by Alexander, Dutt's gonna stay with him. Flips him around. And a little arm drag takedown, Dutt charges in, and he flips him around, and Alexander goes for the drop kick, but Sanjay's gonna move out of the way. Dutt off the ropes, another leapfrog by Alexander. These two working at a very fast pace, and a drop kick right in the kisser. Nailed by Cedric Alexander. There's a near fall. And if you go back to a few weeks ago here on this program, arguably the match of the year thus far, the top match maybe in AML Wrestling Live history, as Sonjay Dutt went one-on-one with former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, in a match you certainly need to check out. And if you missed it on AML Wrestling Live, you certainly want to check it out on our YouTube channel, America's Most Liked Wrestling, as that match certainly is there for the taking. As Alexander wearing down Sonjay Dutt here right in the center of the ring.
No. How can he talk? Why are you get back over here. Yeah, let's go,
Alexander trying to wear him down in the corner. Referee Jeff Button administering that count. Capacity crowd this week at the AML Arena at Johnny and June's right here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And that knife-edge chop right into a little Fargo strut. Shades of another man hailing from Charlotte, North Carolina. As Cedric Alexander taunting Sanjay right now, but I'll tell you what, he's got the working boots on and he's in control. Alexander's got him in the corner. Looks like he's going for the Irish whip. Sends Dutt in, and he's going to eat the elbow of Sanjay. Sanjay pops right out of it, and a head scissors, but Alexander lands right on his feet. You see the look on Dutt's face, he's in disbelief. Sends him to the outside, right on the ring apron. Cedric Alexander there. He's going to spring himself in, springboard. Dutt gets out of the way, and Sanjay this time is going to snap off that Hurricane Rana. Beautiful job right there by Sonjay Dutt. Catches him the second time. One, and only going to get a 1 count. As the athleticism of both of these men on full display in this week's main event on AML Wrestling Live. Certainly a contrast that we saw in our first matchup between Timmy and El Blanco Gordito. But these two men certainly bringing it at a high level here. Dutt charges right back in with that big boot. As the fans here at Johnny and June's in for a wonderful treat in this week's main event. Starting to rally behind Dutt a little bit here. Dutt putting him in position now. And a snap suplex up and over. Doesn't try the pin, but a back senton's going to add to it. 1, 2. And Dutt thought that might do it, but referee Jeff Barton says only a count of 2. As Dutt stalking his prey here. Looking to get back on the winning track here at America's Most Liked Wrestling. Those educated feet on full display from Dutt. And that knee's just going to put Cedric Alexander back down in the corner. But Alexander here, he's going to find an opening as these two continue to go back and forth. Dutt has him in the corner. What's Sanjay going to do with him here? Putting him in position, wrenching back on that neck. Thought he might be setting him up for that Sanjay cutter. That standing sit-out Shiranoi that he likes to use from time to time. But it's a neck vice here right in the center of the ring. Trying to wear down Cedric Alexander. Dutt now putting him in position. And Sanjay's got him there. And Dutt's going to lock it in. He's got the Koji clutch. Has it locked in right in the center of the ring. Nowhere for Cedric Alexander to go now. Look at Dutt just utilizing the weight of Cedric Alexander to put himself on his back. And Sanjay has Alexander completely wrapped up, but a hip lock takeover out of it by Cedric Alexander. Very nice ring awareness there. As Sanjay's going to charge in and eat the boot of Alexander in the corner. He's going to go back to the well one too many times. Alexander flips underneath, picks him up, and a suplex of his own, and he's going to roll with him now. Cedric Alexander, the rolling suplex, is nearly taking a page out of Caprice Coleman's playbook. He does the rolling Northern Light suplexes known as the Trinity. But that step-up enziguri there by Dutt is going to put him back on the advantage, and he's going to walk right into a Michinoku driver. 1, 2, and 2.5. Cedric Alexander throwing everything at Sonjay Dutt. What a great main event this week on AML Wrestling Live. These two men going back and forth in the center of the ring. Alexander trying to get the crowd here in Winston-Salem firmly behind him. Picks up Sonjay Dutt. Looked like he might have been going for that lumbar check. He's got him going for that belly-to-back suplex. Dutt has him well scouted. And Alexander with that rotating kick right to the face. Rolls him up 1, 2, and 2.5 right there for Alexander. I thought he was about to shut the door on the original player from the Himalaya. A man who has competed against Caprice Coleman in the past on AML Wrestling Live. Was unsuccessful in that matchup. It has an opportunity to get a second shot at Caprice if he can knock off Cedric Alexander right here. Alexander, what a wonderful debut for him thus far here at America's Most Liked Wrestling. Certainly shocking everyone in the Mid-Atlantic when he showed up here after Caprice Coleman's heavyweight title win. Now trying to suplex Dutt from the outside back in. Dutt's putting on the brakes. Sanjay here trying to fight out of it and drops down. Float first on that top rope goes Alexander. He's gonna flip in, and the Hurricane Rana from the outside in can't get it to go. Alexander now, he's got him in fireman's carry position, and goes for the kick right to the face. That's blocked by Sonjay Dutt right into that super kick. And Sanjay's gonna snap off another Hurricane Rana. And Dutt now with the standing shooting star press, 2 and 2 7/8. Sanjay taking out all the tricks in the playbook. He thought it was 3. The frustration starting to set in right there. Sanjay looks to measure up his opponent right here. Trying to attack his prey once again. As Sanjay now trying to get this crowd here in Winston-Salem firmly behind him. He does have support as the original player from the Himalaya, from these great fans here at the AML Arena. Alexander sends him in, and a clothesline meets him right in the ropes. And Dutt now, with that enziguri as he's coming off, that's gonna stun Alexander, goes for the rotating kick one more time, well scouted by Sanjay, standing side kick, off the ropes, both these men going at a breakneck pace here. And the standing savate kick one more time. Dutt off the ropes, and Alexander meets him with one from the second turnbuckle. Both men are down. This main event hanging in the balance. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take a very quick commercial break. When we come back, the conclusion of this main event between Cedric Alexander and Sonjay Dutt, right here on AML Wrestling Live.
Beat down by your old car, we've got a 3-step knockout to a nicer, newer car. Step 1, our left hook delivers up to $5,000 more than the appraised value for your old car. Step 2, our right jab can get you a $17 down payment. Step 3, and our Everybody Rides program is an uppercut that can help you if your credit has a black eye. But hurry, this offer ends on Saturday or once we've helped 67 people, whichever comes first.
Honesty, a value that seems lost in today's auto industry. At Beamer Tire and Auto Repair, we have built our reputation on providing honest and friendly service. With 2 ASE certified master technicians and industry-leading technology, the tire experts at Beamer are well equipped to service or repair any maker model on the road today. So, for all of your future automotive needs, be sure to stop by Beamer Tire and Auto Repair. We care because you can go anywhere.
AML Wrestling Live, coming to you, North Carolina. 2 huge shows, one incredible weekend. First up, we're headed to High Point, August 29th at the Southside Rec Center. Then, an explosive television taping, Winston-Salem will see you on August 30th. Tickets as low as $5. You can get them on AMLWrestling.com. That's August 29th in High Point, August 30th in Winston-Salem. AML Wrestling Live, we'll see you there.
A tremendous main event we have for you this week on AML Wrestling Live. This one is certainly a contender for Match of the Year as it relates to America's Most Liked Wrestling Live.
Win him anytime, Cedric, anytime. Yeah, he gone.
And Alexander brings Dutt back up to a vertical base. And a stinging right hand between the eyes. Sanjay's gonna fire back here. These two going back and forth, tooth and nail, right in the center of the ring. A little more power behind that punch by Alexander. And Sonjay Dutt, with that big boot off the ropes, goes for the moonsault, flips around into a tornado DDT. Cedric Alexander is down. Sonjay Dutt's going all the way up top. Could he possibly be setting him up for the Hindu press here? Goes up. Instead, he's going to nail him with a squirrel dive. 1, 2. Oh, and Sanjay can't get the 3. And once again, Sonjay Dutt stunned after a near fall. As Jeff Button saying that was only 2. As Cedric Alexander hanging in this one by the skin of his teeth. The roof is ready to blow off the AML Arena with this main event. And remember, folks, if you want to join us for our next television taping right back here at the AML Arena in Winston-Salem, Sunday afternoon, August 30th. Oh, and Cedric Alexander's going to kick him right between. He's going to kick that rope, which is straddling Sonjay Dutt. Jeff Button's going to call for the bell. And there's a drop kick right to the temple.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee's decision via disqualification.
As this match has been thrown out, folks, Cedric Alexander, literally out of nowhere,
is Sonjay Dutt.
Cedric Alexander has apparently been disqualified, and that back elbow is going to nail Jeff Button, and the corner drop kick. Come on now. Security needs to get out here. The crowd's whipped into a frenzy, but that is an official that Cedric Alexander just put his hands on. He's going to get fined. He might get suspended. We saw what happened with Zane Dawson a few weeks back. A zero-tolerance policy from AML management. And it looks like Cedric Alexander didn't like how things were going right here. And he decided to end this match prematurely. Sonjay Dutt is down. Referee Jeff Button is down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric Alexander has been disqualified.
It appears this is a disqualification win for Sonjay Dutt.
Cedric, what has gotten into you, man? What's gotten into me? Back up. Back up right now. You want to let the rep? You want to say Dawson part 2? Back up!
I got your back, Chris. No problem. I got your back, Chris.
Let the record show Sonjay Dutt, the original player, couldn't continue. In my book, if you can't continue, you lose. Disqualification or not, he's laid out. I'm standing tall. So the way I see it, winner!
As you see security helping Jeff Button to his feet. Cedric Alexander, and he looks like he's not
What
done.
about Caprice? What about Caprice?
He's the real champ. That's right.
He already said for me. At the end of the day, the only reason Caprice Coleman is the champion of this company is because I wasn't here till just now. Hey, you should take our best friend and thank me. I'm the next champion. At the end of the day, I'm the man. Caprice is number 2. Scratch that. He's last on the list.
That's right.
But Cedric Alexander, in his AML debut, makes a very significant impact, taking out not only referee Jeff Button, but also Sonjay Dutt as well. And now he's gunning for his former tag team partner Caprice Coleman and that AML heavyweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. I am Blake Chadwick. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of AML Wrestling Live.